What's going on, guys? Welcome back to EU4 as, well, technically Norway, but today there will be no gameplay. Today is simply a voting video. I will introduce to you 3 nations you can choose from, and then we'll continue as one of them. Now, the first option is Andalusia here in Europe. Andalusia is amazing because, first of all, Andalusia is a great power, 5th great power right now, and Andalusia also controls the Curia at this very moment. So, very influential. We also do have quite a lot of cardinals, although that doesn't really matter all that much. Still, it does give us more papal influence. Andalusia obviously controls most of Iberia over here. There's still a few provinces they can take. As for diplomatic situation, Andalusia is allied with Sicily, which is a strong ally, and Andalusia can actually intervene in a war to help out Sicily in their succession crisis over Azerbaijan versus Egypt and Persia. And this is something, if you guys decide that we play as Andalusia, it's something I would definitely go ahead and do, just because helping out our ally would be useful. Especially because our king, Sanyo III, is an inspiring leader and quite capable in military and diplomatic skills, so I think he would help out his allies. He's only 17 years old, so very young, would have likely a long time of playing as Sanyo. Now, other than that, we're allied to Morocco, which doesn't really matter all that much, and Tlemcen is a vassal that is currently being annexed. In addition, Andalusia has, I think, Cape Verde, the Cape Verde Islands, and I think Fernando Po over here, and then some other colonial possessions in South America. This is where they started off, so this is likely where we're going to continue colonizing as well. Yeah, other than that, yeah, that's actually it. I think the goal for our Andalusia run, the long-term goal, could be to unite all the Iberian provinces, which would mean a war with France. So, you know, that will likely not go too well, but that is basically the plan. The second option you guys can choose from is Kiev, a nation that I'm actually pretty excited about. One of the only remaining Orthodox nations, I mean, Byzantium being basically destroyed and the Levant being destroyed as well. This leaves the Mongols and Kiev as Orthodox powers in the world. Now, the current ruler of Kiev is Grand Knyaz Vyacheslav II. He's also very young, with 18 years old, but he's not as skilled as the king of Andalusia. He's a naive enthusiast, but that doesn't really matter all that much for our purposes. Kiev is an interesting situation because right now we're actually in a war with Mongolia to take over a few more provinces, but we only have 6,000 troops, 4 infantry and 2 cannons. This is the entire army. This is the entire Kievan army, and the navy doesn't look all that strong either. Well, yeah, it's just 2 light ships, 3 galleys, so really, Kiev might look large on the map, but they are very, very weak. Now, also, Kiev has tons of cores that they can reclaim, like in Estonia. In Finland, there's actually rebels fighting for our cause, so that could be interesting. And there's some provinces here in Yamalia as well. Now, this is pretty interesting because Kiev has the possibility to form the Russian nation, which would be my goal. And for this, we would have to reclaim some of our cores, as well as, I think actually reclaiming our cores would be enough to form Russia. I'm not entirely sure, it's kind of hard to see, but that was basically my goal if you guys decide to play as Russia. And we'll have to try and make this nation into something, because the development over here is just overall not very high, and this is why Kiev is so weak, but maybe there's something we can do about it. So yeah, that is basically it. Kiev is not a great power, and Kiev has 25 corruption, so that is quite problematic, but those are all interesting challenges that I think could be a lot of fun to deal with. The third and last choice is Persia. Zoroastrian Persia, something that many people were already excited about in the comment section, but I do want to mention at this point that I have already played as Zoroastrian Persia many patches ago, so this is something not entirely new to me, and so I'm not as excited about it as some of you guys might be. Still, Persia is a really cool pick. We'll actually start with checking out our ruler. Now, our ruler, the Shah Ismail I of the Bahman dynasty, which still rules Persia, is quite an amazing guy. 6'5" and righteous, which is really, really cool. He's also 19 years old, so, you know, the king of Andalusia is 17, the Grand Kniaz of Kiev is 18, and the Shah is 19. So we'll have plenty of time exploring these nations, which is really cool. And yeah, let's actually check out some of the problems that Persia has. Obviously, Persia is a great power, but it's currently losing its great power status 3 years from now if things don't change drastically. Now, Persia has very low prestige for some reason. Stability isn't looking good. There is corruption, not as high as the one in Kiev, but still it's there. There's no manpower and also no real money. Persia is currently in a war fighting alongside their ally Egypt against Sicily in the succession war that we might actually join in as Andalusia if you guys choose to play as that nation. But I don't think we're really concerned about this succession war all too much. Now, Persia in the recent years has apparently lost some provinces to the Levant that they had taken over previously. So that's kind of interesting. I wonder how that happened. And they seem to have lost maybe some provinces down here as well. I'm not entirely sure. There's, many cores that they can eventually retake. Other than that, though, obviously there's still the whole religious issue that still hasn't fully been fixed yet. But maybe the Age of Reformation is the time, because Persia actually has a unique age ability, which is not common for a converted sage, that you actually get to make use of such things, such unique abilities. So that's kind of cool. It's not amazing, the reinforcement cost, but still, it's kind of just nice to have. Other than that, we obviously have a unique government, and we have unique abilities that you can use, I think, as Ikta sort of thing. I'm not quite sure, or this is because we're Zoroastrian. I don't actually really know, but it's something that we can check out. Also, there's a few unique missions that we have as Persia, so that's something we can check out. And as for decisions, there's several decisions, all concerning the Zoroastrian religion, so maybe that's something worth going after as well. Other than that, obviously, we do have some cores we can go after, and we should go after, and that will hopefully halt the progress, our declining progress here. But does it make any sense? Halt our decline, I guess that's what I wanted to say. Anyways, third option is Persia. So yeah, without further ado, I'll end the episode here, or the video here, and you will actually not find a link to the poll or whatever in the description, because this time I think with just 3 options, I'll be using the YouTube poll feature. So you can find a little icon pop up in the top right corner right now, and you can click there and make your choice. Thank you so much for participating, and I'll see you next time.